Welcome to the premiere episode of Hawk Insider with Coach Craig Slaughter. I'm Russ Howard from Concho Sports Network, and this is being brought to you today by Texas Bank and Oasis Crop Insurance. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Excited. A fun time of year.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about fall. We talked, I guess it's been about a month ago.
Yeah, about a month. Probably.
Yeah, my goodness. It's
time flies.
Yeah, it seems like it's just yesterday. But we were talking about it. We talked about the offseason and all that good stuff. So let's kind of fast forward. How have practices been going so far?
It's good. You know, it's been nice and chilly for us, so that's always a challenge, this time of year. But again, I think it makes your kids, I hope, tough-minded. And, it's just, football, which I love about it, is always going to be a tough people sport, and it's there's no hiding from the conditions or, big physical opponents or whatever. And it's, but I'm very pleased with where we're at and the work we've got done.
Yeah. So, fall practices really aren't fall in the state of Texas, especially out here in West Texas. Yeah. But the thing is, everybody has to deal with it.
Oh, for sure. Well, and again, the older generation, people still all the time ask, well, how was two-a-days? You don't really do that anymore, So, it's just, I still think they had it better than we did, So it's an interesting time of year.
Yep. So let's talk a little bit about let's talk about fall practices, scrimmages, and any preseason action you've had against anybody else.
We've had two scrimmages against Early and Breck, and thought our kids against Early was the first one, exactly what we wanted. No bad mistakes. And we had one fumble that just kind of slipped out there, but no bad snaps. Any of those mistakes again that we're talking about. We don't want to be off schedule. We don't want negative plays.
Right.
Well, just wasn't quite as clean. I thought we cleaned up and ended up, doing a great job last week. But, I'm ready for us to be tested. We were definitely the superior squad. We have a very talented group, and, both scrimmages have gone very well. Again, the second scrimmage, just a few more of those negative plays than we want, so that gives you something to get mad about. So that's not a bad thing either.
A coach always wants you don't want everything to go perfect, so you have something to gripe about in practice.
We really in the office, you want a little adversity because you want to see how the kids, who's going to help us fix this, and who's going to, and so I do think, you're going to have adversity. Other teams have coaches and good players, that's how it goes.
Yeah. Let's talk about the installation of the offense. Obviously, we talked to the coaches or the preseason special. We talked about the new offense you're installing. Now, we mentioned it's new, but there have been some elements of it that y'all have run in years past. Yeah. A little bit last year, but how has the complete revamp gone?
No, I think it's gone well. Again, our kids, and it's something totally different from a standpoint of, we used to have two slots and a fullback and two receivers. Well, now we may give you four wide. The next play may be one back, one tight end, three wide. Just getting the kids off and on the field is something that kind of foreign to them. But they've done awesome. We call a personnel package. You see them off and on the field, and I think our coaches have done a great job with the install. I think our kids, again, I always brag on our cerebral kids. It really shows up in times like that. The York kid has definitely stepped up at quarterback. He was one that played for Coach Slaughter on last year on JV when they were pretty open, at times. So I've been extremely pleased, and I love where we're at right now.
Yeah. So has there been any challenges, I guess, in installing the new offense? Because obviously that flex bone has been a staple of all offense for years.
There hasn't been yet. The real test is going to be, again, when we used to throw, it used to be kind of surprise. People wouldn't really stun at times and things because they always wanted to be sound for the triple option. Well, now some people are going to attack us differently because, they're going to come on Friday night knowing they're not going to see that. And again, I'm a DC. If I know you're never going to give me a tight end or something, it lets me, be aggressive if I choose to.
Right,
So we're definitely, for the first time, we're going to see how teams attack us differently than probably the offensive coaching staff has seen.
Right, right. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Hawk Insider with Coach Craig Slaughter. We'll be back after this.
At Texas Bank, we believe in the power of relationships. Our roots are our customers, the lifeblood of our business. We're more than just a bank. We're your trusted financial partner, committed to building lasting connections and providing personalized service that exceeds your expectations. From helping you achieve your financial goals to supporting you through life's changes, we're here for you every step of the way. Experience the difference of banking with people who truly care.
Cotton farming in the Concho Valley, that's risky business. Specializing in crop insurance and serving local family farmers for over 15 years, Oasis Crop Insurance understands those risks firsthand. That's why year in and year out, from the first seed you plant to the last boll you harvest, Oasis Crop Insurance is your risk management partner.
Oasis Crop Insurance, service from paradise.
Welcome back to Hawk Insider with Coach Craig Slaughter, Russ Howard again. We've been talking about how fall practice has gone and the scrimmages that the Hawks have been a part of. So let's talk about Mason. Went down to, I believe, did Mason come here or did you go to Mason?
We were actually there
at the Puncher Dome.
Yep.
So 14-7, if I'm not mistaken. So what are you looking for, hoping to see? Obviously, it's a non-district game. Obviously, Mason's very tough non-district one. We talked about that on the coaches show, the murderer's row of non-district ones. What are you hoping to see? Obviously, you want the W, but what other kind of things do you want to see in that game?
You know, last year, again, as a coach, the ones that just drive you crazy are the ones that you think, man, I think we should have won that game, and we, mistakes or whatever happened. And like for us last year, that was a 5-turnover game, and we lost a 14-7 game. And again, any one-score game, any coach in America would tell you we should have found a way to win that. And again, I know driving home, just in your head, you're just like, just so frustrated. Just didn't play as clean as you needed to. Mason has a great program, has our complete attention. They beat us 3 of the last 7 years. So it's not like that was a fluke thing. They beat us here, a handful of years ago. Tremendous program, return a ton of those kids, and we know it's going to be. We have to play very clean, and that's the plan.
Yeah. So, what about Mason? If anything, what concerns you about their scheme?
They have a running back. I told the kids today in film. We have several fast athletes, but Riggs Jones is one of the fastest kids in 3A. Well, they have a kid that would run right there with Riggs Jones. That's their tailback. So anytime you have one of those kids, the littlest crease, he turns a 6-yard gain into a 60-yard gain. And again, as a DC, your whole goal, don't give them chunk plays. Make them drive the ball down the field, tackle that kid, and, you just have nightmares about that kid getting loose because, speed is speed. And, I don't care if you have angles or not. If that kid gets the ball 25 times, you better really fit it up each time because great chance he's going to get loose.
As a D coordinator, any coordinator, you can't teach speed. You can teach technique, you can teach angles, but speed is just something that obviously I was never born with. But
well, especially the improv play where maybe you played it perfect, and he, he gave you a wiggle and snuck out the backside, and you played it right. Speed finds plays even when there's no play there to find, at times. So.
And conversely, that's what you want to do on offense. You want to find those gaps, maybe turn that, like you said, that 6-yard gain into a 60-yard gain.
And again, offensively, I hope that you see the ball get to space with our athletes. And, in those scrimmages, we've done a very good job of doing that. But the Mason Punchers are a step up in class. They're definitely, football's a simple game. Offense is trying to create space. Defense is trying to fill space. Well, again, with our athletes that we have on defense, we're pretty good at filling that space. Well, so is Mason. We know we have to play a clean game.
Right. So anything else you'd like to add about either, the season? This obviously we're not going to talk about the week after.
No.
Yeah, we want to look at this week.
Our kids and coaches, it's one game at a time.
Right.
And where our feet are. It's just an exciting time. We've talked about this game specifically for a long time. Goal number 1 all over our locker room and area in there is beat the Mason Punchers. It would be a big deal to get things started off right, and the stats and the wins and all the things that those kids want, start mattering right now.
Yep. Coach, I want to say thank you. I know you're busy. I know you got teaching to do, you got coaching to do, you got cleanup to do, but I really appreciate you joining us on this program.
You bet. Thank y'all for having us.
Again, this has been Hawk Insider with Coach Craig Slaughter, brought to you by Texas Bank and Oasis Crop Insurance. I want to say tune in each week. We're going to be doing this every week. You don't want to miss it. Take care. God bless. And we'll see you on the
At Texas Bank, we believe in the power of relationships. Our roots are our customers, the lifeblood of our business. We're more than just a bank. We're your trusted financial partner, committed to building lasting connections and providing personalized service that exceeds your expectations. From helping you achieve your financial goals to supporting you through life's changes, we're here for you every step of the way. Experience the difference of banking with people who truly care.
Cotton farming in the Concho Valley, that's risky business. Specializing in crop insurance and serving local family farmers for over 15 years, Oasis Crop Insurance understands those risks firsthand. That's why year in and year out, from the first seed you plant to the last boll you harvest, Oasis Crop Insurance is your risk management partner.
Oasis Crop Insurance.